Well, James is having hat troubles, but here we are again.
Morning.
In Orford, Warrington. Today we're going to walk the
west side of the ring.
west side of the ring diameter.
We're going to walk to, where is it? Where
Carrington again.
Carrington, yeah.
We're going to go via Padgate. We're going to go via the
Risley Moss.
Warburton, Risley Moss, Warburton Bridge.
Isn't it the Hovis Bridge?
Hovis Bridge.
It's the Kingsmill
and that's it. It's about 12 miles. The sun's out.
And there'll be a load of waffle.
I think it's the middle of August. Anyway, so let's go.
Let me do my hat. I'm going to give up on this hat. It's old, it's rubbish, it's got my mum's writing of my name in it, so it must be that old.
Now remember the other day we had a kebab from the German Doner kebab shop? Well, let me tell you, the very next day I went to Topless Kebab and Pizza House.
And it was just as nice.
Well, Turkish fellas, they did me a chicken shawarma and it was 10 times better. 10 out of 10. Now this road, as well as having loads of speed bumps, is a nightmare because you've always got cars parked the length of it, so everyone has to stop to let the others through. Don't trust Loney Sharky. Woo!
No, it went under.
Listen, there's a slide here.
It is an old slide.
What do we do when we see slides, James?
Walk on by and remember that you're an adult.
I'm not feeling it today, it looks filthy. Rotation potential's a bit... My shoes are slipping.
Not really there. I think it's about as fast as we go.
No. I've been to some good parks, this isn't one. Swings are missing. Caution, maybe slippery when wet. This is Padgate Brook. Now Padgate is quite special in that in 1951, on Christmas Eve, my granddad got a letter through. It was his calling up papers to the RAF. And there was an RAF camp here at Padgate. That was the first one he went to. I don't think there's anything left of it anymore. I think there's a community centre and a housing estate and a school, where Padgate camp was. But I'm going to show you a few bits and bobs. We're just hoping that the weather holds up, because right now it's gorgeous.
New Duke.
You like them, don't you?
Well, the New Duke's not bad, you know. It's not bad, is it?
Nice alloys on that one.
Yeah, it's a top spec, I think. But
I used to have one of them, Ford car. I was glad when that lorry drove into the back of it and wrote it off. That's what James calls a rubbish propeller plane. But just think in the old days, we had RAF Birchwood and RAF Padgate. They've all been like that.
The Bleakley bomber was en route to Birchwood,
It
wasn't
was.
it? It was coming from Scampton.
Yeah.
Now, which famous Air Force are based at Scampton?
Which Air Force?
Well,
is it the Red Arrows?
Yeah, I'll say which Air Force, which Air Display Team, and you're absolutely right.
When I was a kid at primary school, one of the ex-pupils was a Red Arrow, and they organised a flyover for us. I mean, I was only about 6, 7 at the time, but
amazing.
I always remember us going out onto the playground, and then they came over. Yeah.
Ring ding 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 ding, ring ding 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 ding.
Jestem twój go mimish, tak tak twój go mimish. Padgate Academy, pretty sure that was where Padgate RAF camp was. Oh, the grand old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill. Panting, he marched them down again. So, where's all the old huts? Where are the old aircraft? Not here anymore, because we're not at war with the Germans. Station Road North. This is where the original entrance to the camp was. I'm going to take you down and show you it. RAF Padgate was a school of recruit training 1948 to 1956, which will be well remembered by thousands of young men who were selected for RAF National Service, and on this site received their first taste of military discipline, ill-fitting uniforms and a severe haircut. The site of the old RAF Padgate station is now home to a large housing estate and a high school. This nondescript hedge with a fence in it is where the camp entrance was. Here you go. You see that with the sunshine on it?
It's not a very good view, if I'm honest. Oh, that's better.
Let me tell you an anecdote. Now this is from 1952. As my nan walked up the drive, she saw Grandad was stood on guard. He'd had all of his hair shaved off. When asked, who have you come to see? My nan pointed at my Grandad and said, him! True story, that. Okay. My Grandad was only at Padgate for 6 weeks, square bashing. And then he was transferred to St Athens in Wales, and then on to RAF Shawbury in Shropshire. Now, in my bag today is something very special. Old RAF cap. There you go.
I don't think the RAF would have been wearing a hoodie like yours, though,
and
somehow.
white shorts. So that was your history lesson for the day, people. Our next destination is Risley Moss, which is a nice little nature reserve. Look at the colour of them, oh nice. Is that what they call flame of the forest? That smells really good, but that is worse than one of our jokes, that. To pie for. I've ignored the maps because it said just go along the noisy road, and we're gonna go through a lovely park called Lady Barn Park.
Is Lady Barn here?
It's not Lady Barn, it's Long Barn.
He's going Barney.
I knew it had a barn in it. The clouds are coming in, but if they stay like that, they're nice clouds. Can we get through the park? That is the question. No access to Meadow Lane. Please use Nook Lane. No. Bit gutted with that, mate. It's a nice park. Oh, right. We're going to crack on because it's 1 hour to Risley Moss, and that is our next interesting destination. Let's go at warp speed.
Lovely.
It's a nice one.
Windows a bit old, aren't they?
Little place looks a bit old. You know what I'm gutted about? That place that we saw up in Lowton. Yeah. All going to get demolished. The old home for girls.
I thought it might have been listed, but
mate, it's beautiful. Beautiful. What a shame. Bluebells. They'll be out in about a month.
Yeah.
It's quite a pleasant little suburb of Warrington, this.
Is this Padgate now?
Or Fernhead? I don't know. This man has the ears of a hawk? No, that's eyes. The ears of a
dog?
A dog. He's got the ears of a dog.
No, because dogs have very good
dogs have good ears. You can hear the M6 motorway already, even though it's over there. We're just passing the Warrington campus of the University of Chester. Do you reckon that's part of the university? Are they even university halls and this is like a sports pitch for the uni?
I think so, yeah. They are big on Birchwood, that's
Meinst du Birkenholz?
Birkenholz.
Penny's just dropped. This is the roundabout I drive on every day to work, like. They've done it all up recently. They've added all this in. These are all new. Locking stumps. How do you say locking stumps in German?
Stocking lumps.
Stocking lumps. That's another spoonerism for the collection. A stocking lump. Squeeze it. This is a lot more pleasant to walk along than to drive. Yeah, I've driven past this morning.
Oh yeah.
A lot nicer to walk along than to drive by. M6 motorway.
Oh no, there's a puke going along.
James has seen way too many Nissan Dukes today. I said, don't worry about a thing, cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
I thought that was an H one then.
It's Bob Marley.
Would he drive a Duke? No, he's got too much taste, hasn't he?
Where's the strangest place you ever heard Bob Marley being played?
Osaka, Japan. With my friend who's Caribbean.
Tweeting of the birds. A sound that James detests though. Cars driving by. I've noticed he doesn't like when we're in nature hearing noisy cars. He loves cars, but
yeah, when I'm in them or when I need to be around them. Just looking at this, it says Risley Moss 1.5 miles.
I'll follow you then.
So, what should we do?
We're singing Angeber James. We're singing Angeber James. Angeber James.
Und Annehmer Jamie.
Was habe ich angenommen? Nichts?
Du hast angenommen, diese Weg zu laufen.
Warum nicht? Machen wir weiter. Alle Wege führen nach Rome. Alle Wege führen nach Carrington. It's funny when you just see something like a dummy on the floor. Pacifier for the Americans. And it brought back a memory when I was little. I used to go in the kitchen. My sister was 5 years younger than me. Still is. Get her dummies, pop them in my mouth, bite on them, pop them and put them back. And my mum used to constantly be getting me going, why are all these dummies flat? And I don't think I ever told her, so shh, don't tell me mum.
I didn't know they were called pacifiers in America, I just thought they called them dummies.
Well, aren't you the dummy? Look at that, limb view. Here we go, right.
We do go right here.
We do, under these two bridges this time. Two dodgy little passages. This reminds me of the start of Clockwork Orange. It starts off with a tramp and he's in the subway singing, isn't he?
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Hit me. Fantastic. Right. I'm going to sing a song from Clockwork Orange now. In London's fair city, where the girls are so pretty. Something about Molly Malone. and then Malcolm McDowell comes in and he goes, oh, what's so stinking about it? I would say we've reached Birchwood now.
Definitely.
Probably named for birch trees. What's the birch in French? Chêne, that's an oak, isn't it?
No, Sen is oak.
Birch trees in French. Birch. C'est des... Oh, c'est sur le bout de ma langue. He's just going to look up the word for a beech tree in French.
No, pas beech, c'est birch.
Birch. A what?
A bouleau. A bouleau.
Nice. Look at this, the sky bridge. Dude, it's like we're in the future. We're in the forest and then we're on a bridge. Just because I didn't get to show it off much before, I literally put it on and put it off again. I'm going to wear the RAF cap for a little while. I bought this in Chelmsford in 2001 for a tenner, I think, mate. There was a shop, it had all second-hand military stuff, it was dead good. Long gone, it was just opposite the market. I love Chelmsford Market.
I don't know Chelmsford at all. Does anyone speak to you down there?
Yeah, but they all talk a bit like that. Yeah, you're not from round here, are you? No, I'm not. I'm from up north. I just seen a tit. There's a blue one, just gone in the house. Come on, come out again. Come on, birdies. Hey, there it is, did you see? Is that what they are?
No, I'm joking.
What are they? I thought you were the plant expert.
I'm not a plant expert at all. I don't know anything about flowers. Dans 300 yards au rond-point, prenez la première sortie.
I'm thinking this is Birchwood Forest Park. Użyj drugiego wjazdu na rondzie.
Okay. In Englisch, por favor.
Polnische Sprache ist eine gute Sprache.
Schwer zu lernen, aber. Wie Russisch.
Wie Russisch.
Deutsch war nicht schwer zu lernen. War einfach, war logisch.
It's what you're used to though. I mean, the more time you spend with the language, in the language, surrounded by the language, it's like an osmosis. You soak it up like a sponge.
I've not heard that word since biology 20 years ago.
But we are kind of like sponges. We hear words and they go in. Except the word trinical, which Phil must have said to me 50 times the other day. And it just wasn't going in. That was the three big rocks that he jumped off.
Yeah, but the trinical, I mean, look,
There's
look,
three
you've
of
got your
them.
pinnacle and then you've got your trinical. So your pinnacle is your high point.
If you've got two, is it a binnacle?
It might be. If you've got four, is it a quadrinical?
Yeah. If you've got five, it's a pentinical.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's six, it's a sexinical.
Hey! What's the road up ahead called?
Ordnance Road.
Are they
So we're
doing
going to do a survey.
If you've got any skater boys or girls,
We'll say see you later, boy.
there's a top skate park just behind us. There's a half pipe, which my kids thought would be hilarious to slide down when the bottom was full of water. We had a laugh, but very wet by the end of it. Kickabout pitch, play area. It's a nice park, this. Birchwood Forest Park for people who don't know. Another dodgy underpass. There's nothing dull in Hull.
Oh.
Here you are, Polish, steel nadmorski.
What's that?
The style that is on the sea.
All right.
Can we get into Risley Moss here, mate?
Yeah.
I think this is Risley Moss. Ah, yes we can. Beautiful. Look at the white out there. Let's just put the camera straight into the tree. Watch this. James, look. White. It's a white out.
Yeah.
We always talk about hidden gems, and this is one. If anyone's never been to Risley Moss in Warrington, get yourselves down here. It is nice to have feedback from people saying that our walks are inspiring, that they watch them and get ideas of places to go walking. I guess that's the whole point of this, isn't it? When I started my YouTube channel, it was just going to be me getting out my Star Trek models and filming them. Not even done one yet. On the floor is Moss. Is that where the name comes from? Risley Moss? Dude.
We think we've done a third of the way,
Yeah.
but it's probably like a quarter in reality.
Because I just checked and we've done 4 miles. Looks as though this isn't quite the Risley Moss Park, that we have to go on the road to go up and go in and I think I'm going to pop off the RAF cap now. Looks a bit daft me walking around in it. I don't mean it as being disrespectful wearing it, I just wanted to show it off. I think the guys in the RAF do a great job. Here's a trolley.
Do you know what? It's more comfortable than a Nissan Juke. Riding in.
He's riding in and has the shopping trolley.
Trolley. Hey!
He's getting trolleyed.
It's better than some cars I've been in actually. Whoa, it's getting bumpy here.
Whoa, pothole.
Oh god, my spine's not liking this too much.
Let's just go to the roundabout.
See you later.
Should you go to Lee in this?
He's going to hell in a shopping trolley.
I'm going to hell in a handcart.
Woo!
No, going backwards is scary. They're going forwards.
Oh, I think I have to come out. I can't steer one hand. And girls are laughing at us.
Is it hard work pushing 1 ton of man? Woo! 1 horsepower trolley. Right, park it on the grass, please. And right, brilliant. Thank you. You have your phone back.
Successful trip. It's Orford to Carrington by any means. That's weird. Right, normally it says Risley Moss across the top, but that's like a gate that's opened. Mother Earth sculpture, mate. Come and look at this. Now, have you seen Moana? The film Moana, have you seen it?
Yeah, but it's rather annoying.
The Heart of Tafiti. Right, while we're at Risley Moss, it's only fair that we do the loop before we carry on. Fast on here.
Nee, klopt niet.
But when I first came here and I saw that, I thought you could be in Norway here, mate.
True, actually.
It's very nicely done. Here you go, you've got a nice wooden map. Welcome to Risley Ross. Yeah, there's loads of wooden sculptures around this park. There's that one.
Now, hang on, that would be rude.
There's a couple of bears. Happy Easter. Here's Ben's bear. Got dragonflies on the boat. Almost like a Soviet mosaic. Frog, snail,
Ball.
kingfisher. Risley Moss is one of the last remnants of the peat bog or mire that once covered much of the Mersey Valley Basin. Not kidding when I say this park is full of quality stuff. See that to the right hand side?
The steps.
Yep. Well, that's where we go, on the boardwalk over the moss. This is a place to bring kids.
Walking the plank.
Look at this, that's freaky looking, mate, in his dungarees. Look at its face. Like from a horror movie, innit?
1984, doesn't it?
Right, one-way system. That's why I came this way round. Let's do this. Woo! And this is the moss, I suppose. Well, you know what? I'd love to do a video on a bike, but filming on a bike, because it'd be one-handed, or you'd have to get a strap on.
Selfie stick.
So-
Switch to the handlebars at the other end.
I'm liking that reflection. So, this is the end of the boardwalk. Next, we just do some paths.
That looks scarier than the other one.
It does. It's a bit rotten, that. Ooh. See, look at this. The 2 millionth tree in the Mersey Forest. And that was in 1996.
So it might be 2.5.
2 million trees. Is that an Ewok?
A Ewok?
Do you know what? The Ewoks brought down the Galactic Empire in Star Wars just with a couple of rocks and some tree trunks. Yeah, they crushed the AT-ATs, the chicken walkers. There's some nice sculptures here in the park. This might be a dead end. This is the one I think that just goes to a hide. I think this is the route.
It goes to Hyde, does it? Or does it go to Stockport?
Hide.
Yeah.
The girl behind us is American. She spells colour without a U and says sidewalk instead of pavement. What's that all about? We've spotted an owl, but we can hear a woodpecker going. Brr, brr, brr. Where is it?
Sounds like a drill that doesn't work properly.
Have you got your marmalade?
No, I don't have any marmalade, unfortunately.
Where's his hat and his coat gone?
I know. I tell you what, you can wear mine.
Or have you got a little floppy red hat and a blue coat? Come on, let's dress him up a bit. Let's see
There you
which
go.
one looks
Paddington
best. That
Smurf.
looks a bit French. That looks a bit 1960s French. Beret, floppy.
I don't want to touch that hat because I don't know what's touched it. At least with my hat, it's only me.
Oh, it smells nice. It smells like a nice lady's perfume. There you go.
Does
Oh,
it?
look at that. There you go. He looks very smart. I'll give you yours back.
It's a crap.
Oh. Go on, put your arm round and give him a cuddle.
Come on, Paddington.
Oh.
Voila.
I got a lollipop. Swizzles Matlow. Made in New Mills. Yeah, let's go and have a mooch on here. If you go to New Mills and you walk along by the factory, it smells of Parma violets, love hearts, lollies. Very nice. Kuss mich, du Fellfrosch. Right, we're going to try and cut this short because Risley Moss is great. Bloody hell's that? Ugly thing, isn't it? Half frog, half newt, half alligator.
So it's a nolligator.
A nolligator. A newtigator.
It's a newtigator.
I like that word. Right, what we're going to do, kiddies, is leave the park now.
That way.
for a first visit, what do you reckon to Risley Moss Park?
Nice.
Absolutely stunning. The RAC badge on the front.
It's an Austin.
Austin.
Look at the handbrake, you pull it out from beneath the steering wheel.
Really?
Amazing.
That's gorgeous. He's got an old castle book of the Austin A40 in there and a service manual.
Austin A40.
You know what? That was worth the detour. Gorgeous. It's funny where the map takes you. This is the one.
It's not that the roads are very busy.
But they probably don't bring us out at the right place. The next point on the walk that we're heading for is the Warburton Bridge. It's about an hour's walk from here. So here we go. This is where we leave the estate and the woodland area at the back and join School Lane. This feels like Eastern Europe, doesn't it, James?
A bit.
A man just came by on a velocipede and I was going to say to him, "Здравствуйте, братья, как дела?" But then we realised that we're in Warrington. Through a farmyard.
My milkshake brings all the Jamies to the yard. Damn right.
Is it strawberry milkshake?
No, I don't like strawberry milkshake.
One thing I don't like is McDonald's paper straws.
One thing I
They
don't
disintegrate.
like is McDonald's whatsoever. They do. No, McDonald's McFlurries are alright.
Isn't it mad how rolling it's become all of a sudden? Yeah. I will say I've never been this far. Never been down School Lane.
I've been down school lanes, but not this school lane.
Being out here in these country lanes reminds me of a time in Poland where I jumped on the wrong train. Not really my fault. I asked these Ukrainians, I said, "To jest pociąg, da, 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 da," and they were all, "Da, da." It wasn't, because when the train started up, it went in the wrong direction. The ticket inspector came round, he asked where I was going, I told him. He said, "You're going the wrong direction." I said, "I know." So I had to jump off at the next station.
There's no additional charge though, was there?
No, he was dead sound. So I think I had about an hour and a half, 2 hours to the next train, so I just walked it back. The 5 miles, whatever it was.
About what we've done then.
And when I got back to the station, I still had a bit of time, so I had a pint in this most weirdest, dodgiest little pub full of old men. Reached another farm. That one looks a bit nicer. It's got a balcony and rattan chairs.
I'll be sad when I go back to work and I can't do these walks anymore. Well, I have to do it on weekends.
Or in an evening.
Or
Finish early.
June and like, yeah.
Bright lights, big city.
Who sang that one?
30 seconds to Mars. What have you got for your dinner?
It's not dinner, it's lunch. I've got
Soft southern. I quite randomly brought brioche. What was it Marie Antoinette said? Let them eat cake? No, she said, qu'ils mangent de la brioche. Let them eat brioche.
doors open, but eyes not.
This week I've discovered a new YouTube channel, a young lady called Georgia, and her channel is called G Loves Trains.
Oh.
Not Glove Strains or anything like that.
Loves trains.
G Loves Trains. And she goes on adventures like us. She goes on walks, she waves at the train drivers, she wears knickers on her head. We've not done that yet. And quite often she shouts, "Squishy boobies!"
Really?
So Georgia, if you're watching us,
Hello.
hello. Maybe one day we'll do collaboration and we can all wear knickers on our heads. Jesus, what's these noisy things?
Manchester.
Hey! We got a wave! We got a wave, mate. Did you see it?
Nice northern driver.
Brilliant. I was just telling James that this walk will mean I am 12 walks behind on video editing. I can't do any editing because I'm out walking.
Yeah.
The irony.